Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Supercars NZ Allports V8 Supercar Summer Series, proudly sponsored to you by the good people at GAMAFLARE. Obviously, with some little involvement from a few other people, hence weekly sponsor. Obviously, we'll shout them out straight away in RACECRAFTS and obviously New Zealand Esports on board. GAMAFLARE, Allports, New Zealand Esports. Where are we? We are at Motorsport, or what it used to be called, and it is now called Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. I am J-Man. It is round 6. Davo and J-Man. I am Davo. J-Man always by my side. J-Man, help me out here, brother.
Yeah, g'day, mate. Evening viewers or afternoon, and whatever time it is for you out there at the moment. But yes, we are at the Canadian Motorsport Park, formerly known as Motorsport. I definitely am J-Man, and you are certainly Davo.
Yes. And we'd like to obviously welcome our Sky 83 viewers as well, J-Man. On board here tonight for what is, or this morning, like you mentioned, for whatever time you're watching this. We've got an hour and 30 minutes with the boys today, so awesome stuff.
Yeah, no, this one will be an absolute ripper. Obviously, we have just witnessed another fantastic performance out there. Over 40 drivers, all trying to get in what is effectively what they're now calling pre-quali in the official practice session to make the top 30, to be given the chance to get out here tonight and qualify, which is where we're at right now. So 15 minutes of qualifying underway here around this circuit, which consists of 10 turns and 3.957 kilometres, just a little outside Toronto, Canada. This is a fantastic race circuit. Obviously, a lot of elevation changes, quite a high speed, quite a flowing track, and good to see some names out there. Obviously, formerly, I think, 4-time NZ Supercars champ, Rian, in the server, and obviously
new name
we've got familiar names. Good to see Blake Fitz back, but obviously looking down the list already, Dave, I can see names the likes of Gunstone, McNamara, Jones, Lobb, Vanderberg, Dutch, Gibson. I mean, these guys have all been a weekly feature already out there in this championship, and we'll touch a little bit more on that when we get a moment around where the championship currently sits. But at the moment, they're all chasing Rian at the moment.
Well, they are. New name, but I don't think a new name to Supercars NZ. Obviously, we've been given a little bit of a history lesson about Rian. So, no stranger to Supercars NZ, and definitely one to be watched. So, no doubt we'll have that car on camera throughout the evening. Obviously, the usual suspects, J-Man, Lobb, Gunston, McNamara, Vanderberg, there's a whole bunch of them out there that we see from one week to the next, with only 10 minutes of qualifying left to go. Top 30, J-Man. Now, we did watch the pre-race practice, which is basically pre-race qualifying, to get into this top 30, and it was fierce. Man, there's some competition out here.
Yeah, there certainly is, and I just saw Russell Pepperell just post a time in there to just knock Lobb and everybody else down one. He's chasing Rian as well, so the time's super tight. However, the top spot at the moment is held by just under 0.3 of a second at the moment, so it's a healthy margin on what will be a very competitive lap here tonight.
I suspect so. Actually, just noticed on Pepperell's car there, a brand that I'm very much aware of and had some dealing with for many years. TTR, I think, plastered across the back of that car. So good to see a TTR car out in this field. Trans-Tasman Racing. But look, J-Man, like we have come to get used to here, super competitive qualifying session. We saw just the boys working in the pre-race stuff the pre-qualifying stuff to get into this top 30. And here we are, top 30 drivers here for round 6 at the Canadian Tire Motorsport Park round. And look, this track, I tell you, this is gonna deliver some epic racing, J-Man. I know the track. I've driven it, not in a V8 supercar, a Gen 3's V8 supercar, but do know the track well, and always provide some good racing. So really looking forward to this one, mate.
Yeah, no, fantastic piece of racetrack indeed. I have had the luxury of pedaling a few things around here, and yeah, like I said, quite fast flowing, but obviously some of these corners, in particular, right where I'm just looking at 86 car Pete Vanderberg at the moment, 5A, 5B, up around there. You've got to rest the car back down to what is, I think, effectively a second gear corner, and then try and get all the power down. But after that, it's very, very quick.
Up over the hill, yep.
Yeah, as they run through the Andretti straightaway, and it's a good chance for these supercars to stretch their legs and then tip into a very nice flowing right-hander.
Albeit a little off camber, and Andretti straight is not straight at all, ladies and gentlemen. Just quietly, but yeah, keep calling that. And they're through that little flip-flop back complex there, and onto the start-finish straight. So a couple of team cars there running in formation, J-Man, and doing a stellar job, both of those boys there. Who is the car actually just leading in front of him? Who is that? Just let me see if we can sneak up see if we can get the track map work. No, it doesn't work in qualifying, I don't think, so we'll just get rid of that. Hang on. We're working on
it. Good to see the chat's alive. Welcome back, team. Good to have you tuning in. It's always a pleasure. The times are incredibly close. They certainly are. I mean, you look there, outside of the 18.7 by Rian. I mean, right the way down, it is super, super competitive. Heath Parlett just making a position there. What was that for? I think that was for 21st. Format tonight. Viewers will be, obviously after this qualifying, we will have a sprint race, which will be very much a sprint. They will absolutely hammer at it for around 15 minutes.
Yeah, well, they will.
Short break, and then obviously the feature will be a reverse top 15. So that will throw a cat amongst the pigeon, so to speak, once that goes down. And we've seen that race 2 is certainly the one to tune in for. So don't go anywhere. Hang around. This is going to get super spicy.
It is, J-Man. Yes, absolutely. So 1.5 hour broadcast here, ladies and gentlemen. And all our Sky viewers, welcome once again. You've been keeping an eye on what we're doing for the last couple of weeks here at MATCHFIT Entertainment with the Supercars NZ boys, and we welcome you all again to our broadcast. Yeah, hour and a half. So what you are seeing here, which is different to last week, is you are getting the full qualifying session, which has only got about 5 minutes to go, mind you. And we will be doing our regular driver interviews post-race, J-Man, on the mics there with the drivers. So always good to tune into that sort of stuff and get a little bit of an insight on you know, what makes these guys tick. Yeah, always good fun here at MATCHFIT Entertainment, and always plenty of action at Supercars NZ, ladies and gentlemen. Time is ticking down. The competition is fierce, J-Man.
It is, and I'm just watching. The numbers are still dropping. Beautiful time
Yeah.
posted by Michael Jones there, 18.968. So himself and Darren Lobb, so 3 in the 18s now, that is, Rian, and then Jonesy, and then Lobb in there as well. So super impressive times out there at the moment. Pepperell's on an out lap. What's the time? Still got around about just under 4 minutes left of this qualifying session. And, you know, these guys know how important it is to try and get somewhere towards the pointy end. And
Absolutely.
just looking down, good to see Josh Thompson did make the cut.
Yes.
Good old
Actually,
Joshy from Send It. Good to see him make the cut.
always. And hi to Joshy's mum. She's avid supporter of us here at MATCHFIT. Zalewski, J-Man as well. We were talking about qualifying, and wondering whether that car would get into the field, and he has in the weekly sponsor, actually. Zalewski there, Zalewski, and in that car. So awesome stuff. Hard fought, J-Man. Really, these guys work really hard just to get in the top 30. Best of the best. I tell ya, when it comes to Australia, New Zealand pedalers in a Gen 3 supercar on iRacing, I tell ya, they're all here. I can just about guarantee it. So, awesome stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Roger Forbett, too, with a good time. Now, who was that I just saw? Okay, Troy, Bone Street. I think he just finished a lap.
Okay,
44.
so
yeah, he has.
I think it's Log and Vandenberg. They were the two cars where I was talking about before, coming out again in situ. So these boys look amazing race last week.
Oh, look at the times, Dave. Sorry to interrupt you there, mate. I was about to call Dion de Graaf going up to P2, but Russell Pepperell got him there as well. So we've now got 5 cars in the 18s now. So 18.7's the top spot so far. And then 18.8, 18.9, 18.9, 18.9. And then we go to Pete Vanderberg, last week's feature race winner on a 19.0. So this is going to be super, super competitive out there.
You know it. And I don't know. Is it just because, MatchFit's on board these days? They just want to get up in the comms box, J-Man, and have a chat with us after the race. Maybe it's because they're going to be TV famous because it's going to Sky TV as well. So either. The pace is hot. And everybody wants to track position on a circuit like this is critical. And you're just watching the footage here and how flowy this place is through something. Not a lot of places to pass, J-Man. So, track position will be critical for the boys on a circuit like this. Look, we have seen some elbows out stuff at the start of the the feature race the last couple of weeks, and we don't want to see any of that sort of malarkey, but look, nonetheless, it is action packed always here at Supercars NZ, so stick around, don't go anywhere. Quickly get a fresh bevy, because that's qualifying over, J-Man.
Done and dusted, mate.
So, top 10 qualifying results there, J-Man. Have you got that on your screen, my friend?
Yeah, copy that. So, we do have Rian over Russell Pepperell, Dion de Graaf, Michael Jones, Darren Lobb, Pete Vanderberg, Michael Gunston, Roger Forbett, Luke Bradley, and Scotty McKenzie to round out the 10. And that surprised, I'll tell you what, there's a name that surprised me just outside of the 10, and it's Andrew Dutch, because early in the session he was right in there. So shows how tight this field is, and cars do go to grid already. So we're about to get busy, I would think, Davo.
I think we are going to get busy really quickly here, ladies and gentlemen. Of course
Yes,
we are. Of course we are. Cars gridding up as we speak. We will thank, obviously, all our viewers joining us here from Channel 83 Sky. And, of course, the GAMAFLARE boys for helping put all this together here in conjunction with Supercars NZ. It is race 6. We are at the Canadian Tyre Motorsport Park. What a mouthful, J-Man. But yes, awesome stuff to come here. Look at that grid. The pre-race has been hectic. The qualifying next level. And my Discord's going off, which is annoying me. So stop messaging me, guys. But we are about to go green, ladies and gentlemen. Lights are up.
Green, green, green.
Good start from Rian from the top. Also, Russell Pepperell jumped straight in behind him. Oh, looks pretty civil so far.
Good, clean start here, J-Man. Nice flowy circuit here. So the first couple of corners, they can sort of get themselves settled in here. It sort of gets a bit crazy towards the end there of that little first complex of corners there.
We've got a little bit of side-by-side there. I'm not sure whether that's
Michael Jones. There's plenty of side-by-side there, J-Man, to be honest. Lots going on. Bradley, I think, with Dutch as side-by-side as there. But it is pretty much single file through all of this area here.
Yeah, so that was Pete Vandenberg. Yeah. Michael Jones going side-by-side through 5A, 5B. It was super respectful through there. They came out of it clean. And Vandenberg wins that little battle there, albeit I'm sure it's not done. But good start once again from Rehan to lead this one away over Russell Pepperell and Darren Lobb. So Lobb currently, based on the points as we know right now, is the championship leader, currently sitting in P3. Russell Pepperell, albeit it's been away due to the drop round system, is second in the championship, and he is second out on track there at the moment. So this is all pretty important stuff as we approach the halfway point in the season. It's all business for these guys from here on out, but a lot of fun at that too. So good start to the racing. Good to see Dion de Graaf, consummate performer throughout the series so far. He's just tucked in there in fourth. Davo.
Yes, J-Man, as I busily turn off my notifications in our comms situation there.
Oh, this train as well.
Back. Yes.
This train as well. Forbit, Dutchy, Bradley, Mackenzie, Stone Street. I mean, the list goes on, but this is a good battle going on at the moment.
It's an amazing battle, actually, just in front. Vandenberg just starting to apply some pressure to Gunston there as well, but it is that little battle that's going on behind. From Jones back there, J-Man, let me see if I can get my new roof cam and just get a load of the train of cars behind Michael Jones there, J-Man, as they tip into one. Next level. So that's Forbit, Dutch, Bradley, Mackenzie and Stone Street tucked up there. A couple of Misfits cars, and there's another little group actually not too far behind from that as well. So look, as we suspected, plenty of action going on track. Man, a huge train of cars. I know we're only a couple of laps in here, ladies and gentlemen, but look, just the level of pace and but in this field, this is what we would expect, isn't it, J-Man? Like, these guys pretty much locked in battle for such a short race, over 15 minutes. There's no time to settle in. It is go hard or go home for the next 15. Rehan, like we mentioned at the top of the stream, not new to Supercars NZ. This guy has been winning championships since he was 10 years old. apparently. My God. And not sure how old he is now, but leading that field away. So no stranger to Supercars NZ, a new name for us, J-Man, but definitely hitting his marks. Russell Pepperell, one of the cars I mentioned earlier with a TTR, Trans-Tasman Racing logo on the back of it. So awesome stuff. Lob has his work cut out for him this week, J-Man. Who would have thunk it after the last couple of weeks? Just dominating. Dion de Graaf's not going to let him go, and Vandenberg, his teammate, is in the background. Who is that off? I think that Dutch off track. Can we get a replay on that? Let's just have a sneaky little peek at this one. Dutch I think he was just a bit blind on the turn in, got the left-hand tyres out in the marbles, got offline, and it's all over. He drops 4 or 5 positions immediately from that very, very minor mistake. Look at that field.
Speaking of that front pack, as we just see, that was Lob and Pepperell side by side, and who is that? That is Lob off.
That is
trying to
Lob
make a
going
move.
wide again. There you go, and that's allowed Dion pass, J-Man. Luckily, there's a little bit of a gap to the next pack of cars there. So Lob, like I just mentioned, getting some pressure on. He's really having to work for his money here tonight after the last couple of rounds where he pretty much dominated. So Lob and then his teammate Vandenberg. Vandenberg is the cork in the bottle for the rest of the pack. Look at this guy. He has got a huge train of cars behind him. So Vandenberg with his work cut out. But Pepperell, what a move from Pepperell. And Pepperell straight on the back of Rian there, J-Man. Can you pronounce Rian's surname for me, please?
Speaking of which, I'm just going to dodge that one right now.
Okay.
De Graaf. Now, I was going to call De Graaf actually in a good spot here and currently holds the fastest lap of the race with a 19.1. I was watching Rian Leonards trying to make a bit of a gap. He got it out to 3/4 seconds, back down to just around that 0.4 of a second at the moment. And I just wanted to see what sort of pace with that fresh air and a little bit of an air gap, what he could make if he really set sail and
Look,
optimise the race lines. But he's once again under pressure. Russell Pepperell is definitely up for the challenge, and De Graaf, as I mentioned, has the fastest lap. So can he go with?
Can he go with? That's exactly right, J-Man. And look, the little mistake from Lob, well, uncharacteristic mistake from Lob there, but you can clearly see from the roof cam out of the back of Rian's car there, he is still well in touch here. So the top 4 here, like these are the podium positions Lob will want to be in that top 3. So expect to see that car back and putting some pressure on De Graaf. But listen, we are halfway through this race already, J-Man. There's no mucking around, is there? You got to get on it, and you got to get on it hardcore.
Yeah, look, and you know, I'm already at this point of the race starting to look down the field. I'm looking at Dutchie in 14th and Simon Hederscheid in 15th, and just knowing what that means in around about another 8 minutes time, and that'll mean that they get the luxury of starting from the front row in race 2, the feature race, by way of a reverse 15. So, you know, if it hasn't gone all your way in qualifying and the race sort of levels you out somewhere halfway through the field, it's not all done, because the opportunity, and we saw Pete Vandenberg take it with both hands last week from that top spot. So what does that mean? It just means that the likes of Rian, Pepperell, De Graaf and co have all got some work to do by way of success in this first one. And now we see Russell Pepperell start to mount a challenge as they come through what'll be, where are we up to?
I think it's
3.
3.
Yep, and they're just
hill.
starting to wind up the hill now.
Yep. And up over the hill. And this is like a really tricky downhill section here, because you really, it's a little bit off cam, but you've got to arrest the car here. He's got up the side.
Give him a little bit of a touch up.
Oh, it's on, J-Man. This is no mucking around here from Pepperell. He wants the top spot. No love lost between these two. suspect these guys have raced before, given the quality of standard here at Supercars NZ. And again, Pepperell, have a look.
Look at the closing speed of De Graaf there, and also he's bringing Darren Lobb with him. The quality of this top four, they have put a 3.5 second air gap on last week's winner, Pete Vandenberg,
Lobb, J-Man into one. He's going to get this done.
Gets down the inside of De Graaf. Can he hold it? De Graaf probably have rights to this next left-hander. Lives there. Beautiful exchange from these two guys.
It does not get any better than that, ladies and gentlemen. Loads of respect. Takes two to tango, J-Man. These guys both working hard to make that happen, and De Graaf a little bit snaky on the way out there. Oh, so close.
Trying to get that power down, Dave. I was just trying to get every bit of it to the ground.
Up into this little snaggy little right-hander. Double apex. We saw Pepperell attack Rian there earlier.
Corner 5A, 5B, a tricky piece of the racetrack. We touched on it in qualifying. It is, and just look what that's done. The battle there between De Graaf and Lobb has just allowed the front two to check out.
Oh, and they're going at it themselves. So plenty going on up the pointy end here.
There's a lot going on behind them. I know we haven't given the boys behind them too much airtime, but I'll tell you what, it's worthy, because the likes of John O'Gibson and Stone Street, Mackenzie, Bradley, they are all going at it.
Yeah, so from Vandenberg back, and we talked about the Vandenberg back train of cars. Vandenberg's actually got, looks like he's got their measure, because he's sort of in a little bit of clean air there, but look at the train of cars behind him. Jones, Forbert, Bradley, Mackenzie, Stone Street, Gibson, Bradbury, Dutch. It just goes on. I think Gibson rounding out that train of cars, which is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars, and then just right behind it is another bloody 4 or 5 cars. There's a lot going on. There's no respite for these guys. We are, look, where are we actually? Race time, J-Man. This is getting serious.
Yeah, got around about, 3.5 minutes left to run of this one.
So look at that train of cars, J-Man. Sorry for interrupting there, but these guys trying to just settle into their race. Their positions are important, because remembering top 15 is reverse grid for the feature race here tonight. So the top 15 at the moment is Simon Hetchis. I'm not going to make a meal of that one. Is Simon
head aside?
Just in behind Andrew Dutch. Okay, so just put that in perspective. He needs to hold that position. We will get back up the pointy end, J-Man. We have to, for the viewers, because this is where it is at, and we are running out of time. These boys are running out of time. It's all
they
going
are.
on.
And Pepperell will know it. He'll be watching the clock, just trying to work over young Rian and just maybe place the car, just make him second guess his turn and his apex. Try and force the error. We've seen they already exchanged a little bit of all paint out there already, and he got very, very close there once again. Up through 5A and 5B. It's hard to get the drive down there. And big shout out to this week, and I'm just going to call it Michael Gunston, currently sitting in P6. A guy with always a considerable amount of pace, but fortune hasn't always gone his way in these races. So good to see him with a solid result so far in the sprint race.
Absolutely. In the background there, what did we miss there? Lobb past De Graaf. Actually, let's just...
Yes,
just
he
get
has got him.
just get a quick replay of that, because that is for third position there. Here we go. So there's Lobb on the outside, J-Man, as they run down into this little complex here. So, working hard for it. Oh, again. Just see the attitude from De Graaf's car. Gets it all snaky on the way out here. Allows that Lobb to attack once again. A little bit of baiting, a little bit of gizzing, I think we call it, isn't it, J-Man? Going
Little
on.
bit of gizzing.
A little bit
Yep.
of gizzing there, but great replays and footage there from... Look, that is the race for third position right there, ladies and gentlemen. So that is the minor placings.
Oh, and who's that just running off there? And that was Troy.
Stone Street.
Stone Street, just a little bit of run wide between A and B on turn 5.
And there we
Just
go.
a
We
little
just
bit
pick him
more
up
there,
there.
Woody
Oh,
McKenzie.
yeah. Just a little awkward.
Or has he?
Looked like he pinched the rears there a little bit, J-Man. Out into the marbles there and loses position to Scott McKenzie, I think it was there, J-Man.
So here we go. The front two just crossing the finish line. This will be the last lap
Surely.
on a time certain race. Lap 12 of 15. So it is time certain. And Pepperell really starting it. Let that car move around. Lots of body language there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Look, these guys have actually gapped. So we got Lob and De Graaf fighting it out in the background as well. So look at those two in the back. Oh, De Graaf back past Lob there, as we were just talking about it. So we will pick up on that, just a little quick replay there. And there it is, just forces the issue. Super clean pass. Just sort of saw the gap, got it done. Nice work from De Graaf there, J-Man. So time is running out. Time has run out. This is the last lap. And we have the newcomer. Well, the newcomer to MATCHFIT Entertainment. And for our broadcast here, J-Man. Rian.
Oh, and I'll tell you what, they're still settling it out further down the field. However, we've got not quite a photo finish, but very, very close to it between Rian Leonage and Russell Pepperell.
So
take the line.
Nice work from the boys there, J-Man. De
De
Graaf.
Graaf comes up trumps over Darren Long.
Yeah,
for race
absolutely.
one.
Vanderberg,
Was
teammate.
closing in.
It
he
was.
actually closing in.
He was.
On Darren Lobb, so that's cool. Michael Gunston comes home for a solid P6 ahead of Michael Jones, Roger Forbett, Luke Bradley, and Scotty McKenzie to round out the 10. But the list goes on. Bradbury, Gibson, Stone Street, Heddershide, Edgar, Dutch, Mann, Manuel. I think it's sort of just sorting itself out from there. Radford and Turner to take the top 20. What a fantastic race, but more importantly, what a great position for Shane Edgar to start race 2 and off the top spot.
He'll be loving that, J-Man. And look, it's just another one of those things that these guys sort of have got to think about, you know, like in their race as a whole. So that reverse grid, top 15, awesome stuff. We are going to just quickly, because we don't have a lot of time, we're just going to quickly run through the points here, guys. Top 20 is what we got to deliver you guys here. Supercars NZ, it is race 6. We are at the Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. And look, after 5 rounds, we have Darren Lobb leading the way, Pepperell second, Stone Street third, Fitz, De Graaf, Dutch, Vanderberg, Forbett, Gunstone, all the usual suspects in the top 10. You guys can see the rest of it there. Bradley, Luke Bradley, actually, got to see him just nudging towards the top 10. Only, what, about 18 points behind. I don't even know, actually. But either way, yes, so very tight field and tight challenge for the leaderboard there, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, plenty going on. Calendar, as you can see just quickly, it is the 27th of the 1st, 2026, and that means it is the Canadian Tire Motorsport Park round. We are going to bring up this one. Sorry, guys. We are going to bring up this one here. Supercars NZ race 6 here, and we're going to just shout out to Quizzies with Flair that are going to give always some cool stuff at the end of this season. Details, look, haven't been wrapped up yet, and there will be an email address for everybody to access so that they can sign up for these giveaways. Look at them listed there. One Mozart 3 bundle to just a random viewer, driver, whoever it may be, that signs up for these prizes. A couple of 6-month iRacing subs, which is awesome if you're a driver, and obviously some more iRacing gift cards. So we're going to give a big shout out to Quizzies with Flair, with all of that giveaway stuff. Look, we got to actually thank the rest of our sponsors as well, just like GAMAFLARE, you know, the likes of GAMAFLARE.
We're on the grid, Davo, so
and the boys
we do appreciate our
Sky
sponsors.
83 for joining us all here again, and we are going to get back to the action. Look, J-Man's giving me the hurry up, ladies and gentlemen.
No mucking around here, mate.
No
We're all
mucking
about the action.
These guys do not muck around. This is the feature race. Top 15 has been reversed. That means Shane Edgar on the front row of the grid, as you can see there. Followed by Simon, Troy Stone Street, Jono Gibson, Bradbury, Mackenzie, Bradley, Forbett, Jones, Gunston, Vanderberg, Lob, DeGraaf, Pepperell, and Rian Leonage. I think I got that right. Ladies and gentlemen, the lights are about to go green for the feature race here tonight, and we've got to start.
Yeah, good getaway there for Shane Edgar, capitalising on that position. Tips it down, no obstruction order into turn one, but you believe it that the likes of all of those guys down from 15 back are going to absolutely come up with a massive charge, and I can already see Rian already picking up spots, as is Lob.
Oh, look at Tabele in the background there, Jay. We'll just get out of the back of Scott McKenzie's car here and just get a load of that. It is lap 1 here in the feature race, 28 minutes. Or 28 laps, whichever comes first. And look at it. Look at it. Just look at these guys. Elbows out. It is on.
Yeah, good clean start up the front, but plenty going on a little bit further back in the field.
Look at Darren and Rian. Look at Darren and Rian out of the back of Jones's car here, J-Man, side by side. Rian's got the inside here into the right-hander down the bottom of the hill. Gets it done. Look at in the background. So that is Vanderberg, Darren's teammate. We've got DeGraaf and Gunston changing positions.
Yeah, Gunston out wide in the marbles there. Just got to be a little bit careful as he comes out.
Oh, that's a healthy little fight there as they tip in to T1 for lap 2, J-Man. What a melee going on in the background. These guys fighting, and obviously the leaders of this race started back down in the 15, so they are busily working their way through the field. How much respect though, J-Man? I mean, look, we are on lap 2, no major incidents yet, and the pace is hot.
Yeah, the pace is super hot. Good start. Like I said, be watching Troy Stone Street here to see if he can put a move on Shane Edgar to try and clear out. Obviously, we've got a pit stop in this race here, so compulsory pit stop for a minimum of 2 tyres. These are quite a fuel sensitive car, and they are on the loud pedal a lot on this track, so that'll be interesting to see how they manage the fuel around here. As we can just see from my screen, Stone Street really starting to apply the pressure there. Fakes to the inside on the final turn, just runs out of real estate, but it makes Shane Edgar think twice about the turn in, and it's given the opportunity for Stone Street to run down the inside. I think that is a well-constructed move. He just got him off a line in the final turn, which gave him the opportunity down to turn 1, and Simon Hederscheid's going to try and have a crack as well now.
Yeah. It is busy, J-Man. Very, very busy. The boys working hard for their money.
So Rehan Leonage starting to make his way forward, already up 6 positions in 3 laps. Got a couple of misfits in front of him, and I know that sounds ominous, but it is Scotty McKenzie and Roger Forbett, 2 very accomplished drivers in their own right. So,
and we're seeing some pit stops, J-Man. We just one of the camera boys have picked it up on the replay there. Gunston in the pits. So look, maybe trying to get out of that busy pack there and just trying to find a bit of clean air and getting that CPS out of the road, I suspect.
yeah, okay, right. Just trying to see what that looks like. See if I can get a time on that. I can get a time on that pit stop, because that will be relevant a little bit later on.
Oh, you know it. As all this starts to equalise, and we start getting a clearer picture on who and where and why people are leading or not in the race. And we try, and you can always work it back to these pit stops. And there's so many little intricacies to a simple, what you would expect as a simple pit stop. You can go in too hot and speed into the pit lane. You can miss your spot and have to back up to get the damn thing on the jack.
Yep.
You can speed on the way out accidentally. Like, there's just so much complexity just in a very quick, 2-tyre or splash and dash pit stop. And that's why it's there. Because it really does raise the bar, doesn't it, J-Man?
Yeah, it does. Now, just watching the progress there, Lob and Rian, they both got through on Forbett. So still one more misfit, and there goes Rian down the inside. Yep.
Yeah, and the 2 boys just actually out in front of him, Bradbury and Bradley, if that's not a tongue twister, just having a bit of a crack at each other in front, which has actually allowed Rian just to really stake up. Oh no, Bradley!
And he's around.
Bradley tagging the back of Bradbury there. We will try and get a replay of that. Oh no, that's not okay. Wrong.
Yeah, that was Bradbury, mate.
Yep. So yeah, tough gig for Bradbury here tonight. Just getting a little bit of a smudge, technical term, ladies and gentlemen, from one of the other Mustangs there, and exit stage left for Bradbury. And bringing that car back onto the track slowly as we speak. Let's see what else we can get going on here.
Jono Gibson just peeling off into the pits. That was just ahead of Rian and Scotty McKenzie and Darren Lobb. So it's interesting, but good to see Shane Edgar really keeping the pressure on. A little bit of an air gap at the moment, but the lap before still keeping the pressure on Troy Stone Street as well. So great to see. But, he has got company of Simon Hederscheid at the moment. So that is your top 3 at lap 6.
Yeah, so the fully floored car of Hedesich there, J-Man doing a stellar job, keeping up with the boys in front at the moment. No pressure, but definitely going with. Look, I know what you were just about to say. It's only a matter of time, isn't it, J-Man?
Well, it's always a matter of time, and it's a matter of time before, unfortunately, Luke Bradley with that incident with Bradbury has to make a transit down pit lane. So, yeah, he's got a drive-through, unfortunately, for that one. So, just really takes him out of what is effectively that top 10 fight right now after a heel transit down there. So, the principle was spoken, and that is the result. So, anywho, back to it. What a great battle going on at the moment with Forbett, Michael Jones, and was that DeGraaf just peeling in the lane? Yes, it was. So DeGraaf in the lane.
I think it was, well, the cameramen were busy on Fitz and Carpenter in the background because they were exchanging positions, Chevy being forward there, so Fitz doing a stellar job in the Chevy. not a lot of Chevys in this field, mind you. So nice work from Fitz getting that car another position up. He is currently running in 12th in what is, as we always say, a super quick field of cars here. So all of these guys should give themselves a pat on the back for even making the top 30, even being in this race, let alone the top 20, as we just see Thompson and Turner exchanging position. And I don't think that's over yet. Who is that just coming up behind you? That's Callahan, I think.
Yeah,
wants to know about it. And Radford.
Yeah, that's a good battle going on. Still side by side is Callahan and Dylan Radford. And who's that? That's Heath Parlett just tucked in behind, is it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so we got cameras on. Oh no, Parlett. We had the group cam on Parlett's car there. And,
good save, though.
And yeah, just a little bit unsighted into the right-hander there. And run a little wide. So Parlett now in the pits, J-Man.
Yeah. So, just trying to pick up on there. So Shane Edgar, once again, just ups the ante and has another big look at Troy Stonestreet as well. So this pack got a hustle on by way of, obviously, Leonard and Darren Lobb both moved their way up from that midfield right up towards the front. Obviously, the luxury of pit stops happened in front of them as well, so we'll see how that shakes out. But the top four now, just a little bit of a breakaway. And then we have got Darren Lobb just tucked in there. I don't know whether he's just trying to make a little bit of fuel at the moment, but he's just a touch off the back at the moment. And is that... Yeah, that's Rihan off into the pits, so he gets out of it.
Nice, nice, nice.
Was it?
I'm loving my roof cam at the moment, J-Man. I did actually call this out last week. But look, we are live on Shane Edgar's car. It's allowing me to read some of the messages on the boys' cars here.
Yep.
I don't know whether... Could you read that one? It says, I identify... He's driving a Mustang, clearly. I identify as an AU XR8. So,
right.
I'm good with that. So nice work, Shane Edgar. Like you have been mentioning, J-Man. Staying in touch with Stonestreet there. Head of
Sorry,
six.
mate. Radford.
Yes.
Radford, Turner. And I think that's Carpenter as well.
Change of position there too. It's Turner and Radford.
Yep.
Exchanging positions. They're still side by side, actually. That is not over. And just watch the exit here, because it's a little bit awkward, that little series of right-handers there, and then they flop out of it onto this, what is it, the Andretti straight. J-Man at the background. Look what's going on in the front, though. There, Callahan and Josh Thompson trading positions as well. Oh, Callahan hung out to dry. Joshy trying to poke the nose in there. Ran out of road. Josh is like, okay, I'm in. As is Phil. Is it Carpenter? I think they're chasing him in there as well. So, whew. Oh, hold your breath sort of moments there as these guys. They're heated exchanges, J-Man. Look, to say the least. We are starting to wind towards the halfway mark, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, all of our Sky viewers, for joining us. Obviously, thank you all the MatchFit fans hitting us up in the chat box as well. We always get a lot of mail from our fans, so awesome stuff to those people. Obviously, we are going to thank our sponsors, GAMAFLARE, Allports, New Zealand Esports. This week's sponsor is RACECRAFTS, and we'll give ourselves a pat on the back, J-Man. MATCHFIT Entertainment, you know, broadcasting live to you guys here tonight. J-Man, feature race here, round 6, Canadian Motorsport, Tyre Motorsport Park for the Supercars NZ.
Yep.
Allports, V8 Supercars. J-Man, what do you got? What do you got? Talk to me.
Oh, just speaking of Simlax, shout out to Rob Carwood, who went in a lap earlier, I believe.
He's coming back in. He's coming back in. He's in.
Oh, no, he's back. He's back in. Sorry.
Stefan, was it? Who was in the other Simplex
it was
car?
Rob Carwood. It was Rob Carwood. I was just reading the data, and I thought that he'd gone a lap earlier than Rian, but he hadn't. So it is kind of shaking out now with all the cars starting to have made or making their compulsory pit stop. Now, I just wonder whether that was a splash in the dash, because I saw he was around about a second quicker on the pit stop time than Leonard, and it just, the flag's raised because he was certainly quite a way ahead and certainly hadn't popped up on my radar until that point. But however, once it all settles down, we will know. But at the moment, Troy Stonestreet still holding on over Shane Edgar, Simon Hederscheid, and then Michael Jones.
Stonestreet in the pits, J-Man.
Yes, into the pits. And so first car out on track, having made his stop, is Rehan Leonage over Darren Lobb. And what is the margin we've got there? Just trying to see. Oh, it is on. It is absolutely on between Darren Lobb and Rehan. So that is tight post pit stops, and a little bit of an awkward bounce off the curb there for Rehan. And he has got Darren Lobb all over the rear splitter.
And we know how good Lobb is under brakes, J-Man. You can just see that clearly as we just flick the camera to him there. And again, there into 2. He's got a fantastic balance in braking, does Darren, and really testing the skills of Rian here in the lead of that little battle there. Look at the attitude. Look, stellar iRacing stuff here, J-Man. Unbelievable footage from the roof cam here. These guys really going to battle.
Yeah, shout out to Troy Stonestreet as well. Did a great stop. Mirrored those 2 guys in front of him as far as pit stop time, 9.4 seconds. And gets out there as well. So we still have got Hederscheid, Jones, Edgar is in the lane, and Daryl Callahan to make their stop, and then this will shake out. But this is a battle right now for the feature race. We are 16 and a half minutes in out of 28, and it is hot out there.
It is hot as we just get out of the back of Vandenberg's car. There's Daryl Callahan actually, and Edgar dropping into the pit lane here. We are at the back of Vandenberg. DeGraff, Dion having another crack at it. Thinks better. Just pulls back. It's a, I don't know. He's just sizing him up, J-Man. Waiting to pounce. But just in front of that,
That's Jono Gibson and Pepperell going out.
Oh, and Pepperell around and in the fence hard. Oh,
yeah,
no.
Rear left broken, rear left. So that thing is pretty done.
That is a shame. Let's see if we can actually get a replay of that.
Yeah, almost looked like Pepperell may have just got a little bit sideways, went to catch it, and I think the other car was right there.
No. Unfortunately. Yeah, so easily done at a place like Canadian Tyre Motorsport Park, J-Man. And in a Gen 3 V8 supercar too, mind you, as we just pick up on that car, it is badly damaged. Trying to limp that thing back to the pits, so not ideal for Mr. Russell Pepperell there, J-Man. What is ideal is Scott McKenzie's position. In 9th position, trying to fend off Dutchy, Andrew Dutch, J-Man. A couple of misfits cars in Forbett and Mackenzie running nose to tail there. As we quite often see these two boys, they're so equally paced. We quite often see these two cars together. But look at Andrew Dutt. He wants to make something happen. He wants that spot.
Yeah, he does. And he's got two very, very hard-fought competitors in front of him with Mackenzie and Forbett. But how is the drive right now from Darren Lobb? He is absolutely
all over
hammer
it.
on.
All over it. Hammer down, J-Man on Rio. As we are starting to see, and we'll actually try and get a graphic up here. I think I can actually get it. Pits. See if we can see pit stops. Here we go. We'll change the totem there, and so you can clearly see who has pitted and who has not. Ladies and gentlemen, there now. So top two spots yet to pit. Simon and Michael. And we'll change it once again, and we can just see the gains changes. The gains up or down, actually, as you can see just beside the flags there on the left-hand side. For the drivers, look at Lob and Rian there. Both of them ran deep there, eh? So, yeah, some ups and downs. Forbett sitting flat at 0. It started 8th. He's still in 8th. So nice work from Forbett, and I suspect that car has pitted as well. So, whew, plenty going on. Plenty going on. Who's up the front? Jones, unpitted.
Yeah, unpitted.
Header sets. Headers. The fully
Header
floored
side.
car.
Yep.
The header side car. Sorry, Simon. Now in the pits as well, so one of those top 3 cars as well. So we expect to see that car drop back to the field, as it does with Rian and Darren sneaking past. Look how tidy are these two. They almost like they're not going to battle. You know, like Lob just chasing, waiting for the slightest mistake to pounce. And just keeping it super clean. I mean, maybe he just can't get up the side. We are in the GAMAFLARE Supercars NZ car there.
Yeah, look, he's trying. He's, you know, so good under brakes through 5A and 5B. But, you know, credit to Rian for the drive traction that he's got out of there, and just manages to do everything possible. You can see Lob just chucking out of the draft, looking for the outside. Looking for maybe a wider line in, a shadow line out, but change of direction will mitigate
close.
what that does.
Super close, James.
So there you go, as they click off another lap. It's super close, all right. So great battle. Welcome back to Rihan. Darren Lobb will, I'm sure, welcome this battle, as did Russell Pepper on the race before.
Absolutely. Stone Street not too far behind either, J-Man. In one of the Chevys, Edgar already pitted, as well as De Graaf, Forbett, Mackenzie, Dutch, all in quick succession after that.
Yeah, fantastic drive there from Edgar, making the most, as is Troy Stonestreet from that position that they started this race. But the quality of Rihan and Darren Lobb just managing to get those boys off the front row at the moment. But good battles going on up and down the field. We've got Josh Thompson there. He's trying to size up Dan Nolan and Blake Greenhall as well. So that's a good tight battle there. That is for 14th, 15th and 16th.
And just you just rattle that off very quickly. Look at that train of cars, J-Man, and where we are in this race. We've got about like 5 minutes to go. That looks like a lap 1 train of cars that is following Josh there. So
yep.
That's how fierce the competition is. This is a true solid mid pack of cars here. So Josh will be mindful that although he wants to put pressure on, the slightest mistake, and it's multiple positions, and I don't want to put the curse on him, but very taily out of the final corner there, J-Man.
Oh,
Woo!
mate, yeah.
I think we'll get the cameras off Joshy, because I don't want to put the curse on him. Let's go up don't even actually want to, we're going to go up a couple of positions.
Well, I'll tell you what, you can go a long way up, and just have a look at the progress at the moment that Troy Stone Street's making into the likes of Darren Lobb and
He's chasing.
Rian.
He's chasing. Yeah, he's there.
From pace on, which is great to see. And I think Edgar as well is in a good position at the moment because there's quite a gap back to De Graaf at the moment. So I think this battle here, maybe a little bit of defensive driving going on from Rihan, covering Darren Lobb, is really just allowing Troy just to run his lines and get back up onto this pace. It's going to give Darren Lobb something to think about inside the next lap and a half.
Well, it's getting down to that, isn't it, J-Man? We have literally less than 4 minutes to run here in this race. Stunning looking, the new V8 Supercar NZ GAMAFLARE MATCHFIT car, mind you. Got a little bit of everything going on that one. So, yeah, so a couple of new cars out in the field there. Obviously, Shane McNamara and the young Rian back at Supercars NZ. So it's stunning looking stuff there, J-Man, but definitely has a battle on his hands. I don't think Jones has pitted yet. Jones will have to come in. We will see those two cars of Rian and Darren run to the top of the field. No surprise. But I suppose a little bit, it's not really a surprise, but it's a bit of a standout, I suppose, is Stone Street is sneaking, just lurking in the background to take the third position.
Yeah, look, he's right there. He is definitely right there. And, once Jonesy peels on in. But I tell you what, good battle going on as well. Scotty McKenzie holding off Andrew Dutch at the moment, and also that would be just up the road would be Roger Forbett and Dion De Graaf. So, you know, amongst friends out there.
Oh, someone in the background there. Who? Simon. That car.
Okay, so Simon Hederscheid has had something not go completely to plan there because he lost a couple of spots very, very quickly.
Yeah, so he tagged the wall hard there, just coming out of the final corner. Tricky stuff.
Expect to see Michael Jones in, I would think, very, very shortly.
I would suspect, looking at the timing on the race, look, we are less than 2 minutes to go. He basically doesn't have any choice, J-Man, but to bring that car into the pit lane now.
Yep. And he doesn't come in this lap.
Okay. Oh no, he's probably got he's got the other one in it, has he? Oh damn, that's going to be close. J-Man,
yeah, I feel like it's going to be tight.
I'm sure that car hasn't pitted yet. Let's just bring that back up. No, that car definitely has not pitted. So, Jones, has he left it too late? Has he missed the window, J-Man? In about 40 seconds, we will know. Rian and Darren Lobb going at it. Two class acts. Rian, new name to us, J-Man, here at Matchfit Entertainment. But clearly, we got the brief from the boys. They said, watch this guy.
Yeah, watch this guy. He is all class, and he has proven it tonight.
Straight away.
Looking for a double header here.
But,
actually, it would be the triple header, I believe. So.
Oh, totally, and it's just a good, healthy competition for the likes of Lobb, Darren, who we have seen actually dominate over the last couple of weeks. So, really shaking that little challenge up there. Stone Street, like I said, the outsider. In fourth position, he will sneak into the third spot. Edgar, Dion,
Jones in the lane.
Jones had to be in there. He had to go.
Yeah, and I think he's just a touch late as well.
He
'cause
might
the
be
time
late
is
because
gone.
we have got a bloody checkered flag. It's checkered
Yep.
flag already. And the boys roll across the line.
So, look, according to the data, Jones has got it over Rian at Darren Lobb. I'm not sure how that plays out. I would say that it's probably Rian over Lobb.
Oh, no,
Stone
definitely.
Street.
Definitely. That's what's showing on our data on screen, J-Man. That's all we can go by as the boys run their cool down lap. But yeah, just call that out, J-Man. What have we got? What's the top 10 there, brother?
Okay, from the data, we got Jones, Leonage, Lobb, Stone Street, Edgar, De Graaf, Forbett, Mackenzie, Dutch, and Gunston makes the top 10. And I tell you what, it's a star-studded list from there on out too as well. MATCHFIT,
Isn't it?
Heddershide, Carpenter, Thompson, Radford, Nolan, Turner, Bradbury, and Manuel to round out the 20. Fantastic. Just listening to live comms there from Race Control, just complimenting the drivers on how good a quality it was. We didn't see a lot of incidents.
No.
The incidents that we did see were high intensity, and look, that is racing anyway. Things do happen. So, yeah, props out there to all the drivers.
All the boys.
And I'm pretty sure that not too far from now, we should start getting a little bit of a waiting room list of drivers, I would hope, and have a bit of a chit chat to these guys out
Yes,
there.
so true to form, J-Man and myself, we love a chat, don't we, J-Man? And we will be looking forward to they've just got to make their way out of the cars and up into the comms booth here, J-Man, for a quick chin wag. Look, we know Darren's going to come up. He loves a good chat. I don't know whether we got time for Darren's chat. Between you and him go on. But we've got Rian. Haven't been introduced to Rian yet, and we've got Troy Stone Street as well to get up here because I think Jones missed the spot there, J-Man. So all
right, we'll start from the top spot and we'll work our way backwards. So we will welcome for the very first time in the MATCHFIT Hotbox, Rihan, have you got us on comms?
Yes, hello.
G'day, mate. Hey, look, welcome to the chat. First and foremost, mate, obviously no stranger out there to a lot of the drivers and to the NZ Supercars series, but obviously new to us, mate, and we did get a bit of a brief on your accolades.
We got the memo.
Prior to the broadcast. And look, mate, absolute clean sweep tonight. Just give us an insight to that because it looked busy. I wouldn't, say it was easy by any stretch because you had company, but give us your insights to what was qualifying. Starting with that pre-quali and the practice to get in, and then obviously there on after.
Yeah, it was good fun. The pre-qualifying in practice sort of thing, that's new to me, but I think it's a good format. It seems to work quite well. Brings the pack closer overall as well. Makes for some better racing. Qualifying, it was just about finding some clean air, which is a little hard. Quite a busy track because it's not very big, but there's quite a few people on the grid. But managed to get a few clean laps in. I was very happy with my quali time. And then throughout the race, it was just about staying clean. In the second race especially, just trying to get through some of the cars in front of me as fast as I could. So yeah, it was good fun and very interesting.
Yeah, a couple of key points out there tonight, mate. Obviously, watched you a little bit earlier on in the pre-quali and the practice session, and I thought you flew the car beautifully. A lot of looked like a lot of emphasis around getting the car into the correct gear before the apex, and obviously using a lot of engine braking here when you can, as opposed to maybe that middle brake. So flowing the car beautifully. But hey, when you did do that, I'm going to focus on the feature race there. Post pit stops really just up the ante with Lobb coming with you. Great pit stops too, by the way. They were really efficient. But talk to us about the pressure off post pit stops towards the back end of the race, and maybe where you were most vulnerable and where you were making your gains?
I was, feeling more pressure than I thought I would after that pit stop. I thought, one lap undercut should be fairly clear, but Lob did really well with his pace. So it was good fighting, and I knew there was still like 14 laps or so to the end, so I knew I had to look after the tires just a little bit. So did the best I could to hold them off while I did that. But yeah, it was fun racing.
Yeah, nice. And race one, the sprint race there, I think probably the most pressure I saw was up at 5A, 5B. A little bit of pressure from Russell Pepperell on the inside there. A little bit of a paint exchange. Just a bit of a welcome back, you think?
Yeah, I was a little bit deep there. Wasn't expecting it, but he did a really good corner there, and got himself just in the right position. But luckily saw it coming, so it wasn't a big incident.
Sure.
Um,
And
but yeah, that
and-
definitely put the pressure on.
and are you familiar with Pepperell? You guys raced before together?
Yeah, we've done a bit together.
Yeah. Okay.
A little bit of practice together as well, and during
Nice.
endurance season of last year. So
Awesome.
well known to each other. Yeah.
Nice. And before we let you go, Rian, anyone you want to shout out to, mate, before we let you go? Any sponsors, family, or anyone?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank you guys for putting on the show, Race Control for looking after incidents and stuff, making sure it's all clean, all the drivers for turning up and putting on a good race, and then Macca for the delivery and setting this up.
Awesome, mate. Well, it's been a pleasure watching you, mate. And I suspect this isn't the last time you and Dave and myself are going to talk.
I
Look
don't
forward
think so.
already to next week, mate. And just seeing, fantastic quality racing out there from yourself tonight. Well done, mate.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'll see you guys next time.
See you, mate. All right, so there you go. That is Rihan from P1. And I'm just trying to...
So we got. So who else we got there? Stone Street and Lob. Oh, Stone Street. Get him.
Okay, so we
Darren
have got...
here.
We have got Darren Lobb, which would be effective P2, and he's already quoting to his made-up channel there about the margins that he had. But Darren, I think your seat, mate, I think it's embroidered now. It's over here, mate. Just pull that one up and look. Welcome back, mate. What a stellar night. Like, honestly, mate, that is pure entertainment at the highest intensity level. Well done, mate. Give us a little bit of insight. Once again, starting from the top, that pre-qualifying session, and, you were comfortably in, but what that means to a driver, first and foremost, to get in, and then how the night played out from there.
Yeah, it's a cool format. Unfortunately, it's a different kind of cool for me, I suppose, compared to everybody else, in that, I got two young kids, 2.5 and 4.5. And my biggest pressure in that practice session is actually managing to sit down, do a lap without the kids rolling off a change mat or killing each other in the shower, whatever the case is, running upstairs, continuing to do bedtime, and then jumping in for quali, right?
That's gold.
So it's a different kind of thrill. I stuck Geordie in the bed, stuck some TV on tonight, and said to him, "Mate, give me 5 minutes. I'm just going to do a qualifying lap."
Dad will be back. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So needless to say, I couldn't get him away from the damn TV after that. But yeah, it was a good night. I got to be honest, the guys did a bloody good job in qualifying. I kind of put two reasonably good laps together. With about 35 litres, and I didn't drop down to quali. And when I put the second lap in and it bumped me up to second, I kind of went, I'm not going to go hunt for a draft now. I could see I was losing 2/10 to Rayon in the second sector, and I thought it's good enough. And lo and behold, I made a small little setup change to the dampers, and I went back in, and Pete said to me, "Holy cow, have a look how we've been bumped down." And in that kind of 30 seconds or a minute, we got bumped down from second and third to like fifth and sixth.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that was frustrating. I got a good launch off the grid in the first heat, and kind of slotted quite quickly in behind Russell and Rayon, and just dark on myself, just a stupid mistake.
The outside. Yeah.
Yeah, I had much better pace, and I need to go scratch my head a little bit, because vaguely remember I've made that mistake somewhere along the lines before, but you just kind of suck into the other car, and the minute you swing out, you just lose. I don't know. It's a weird thing, right? You kind of go, you lose the downforce, but you've picked up the wind, so you should
Yep.
get more downforce.
Yep.
It's a
Yep.
weird thing, and
Yep.
yeah, I was lucky to keep it at the wall, and then just really aggressive trying to get back past Dion, while the two girls ahead of us were fighting, and I just picked up a bit of nose damage, and this car's really sensitive aero-wise to that. So yeah, I gutted to lose it to Dion on the last lap, but he put a good pass. I had no front end, and he did a better job than I did. So second race was fun, just too difficult to pass.
Yeah, so, you know, I just hit Rihanna up there, and, you know, strengths and weaknesses. Obviously, you know, good opportunities on the way into 5A, 5B, but the drive traction for Rihan's car was very, very good. Yours was very similar, but just nothing to gain there, and it looked like it was maybe just trying to force that error, but it never came.
Yeah, it was interesting. At one stage, I thought he was trying to back me up on purpose because we only had a 1 lap tire difference.
Yep.
But I think what ended up happening, that damage kind of hurt my pace in the first race, and what I suspect was I was running a stiffer. I'm going to assume a stiffer front and rear spring compared to what he was, because I was a lot quicker through the FOS stuff. My car just felt more agile, held onto its tires a little bit better. But it was exactly that. It was that drive traction out of Moss. And interesting, it's those 2 or 3 little bumps just towards the exit curb. That my car was just wheel spinning. So, you know, I'd go in kind of peppering all over his bumper, and I'd come out 3/10 behind him, which was really frustrating. But that just kills any momentum into the kind of the one and only overtaking spot that you got. So it was good. It was nice to be so close. It's the challenge with these cars. It's difficult to pass. You've got to have good pace advantage or be really aggressive to kind of make a move work. And against someone like Ryan with that kind of experience, he wasn't going to make a big enough mistake. And if he did, he was smart enough to go defensive. So it was nice and close. The car looks good. I like that Supercars NZ GAMAFLARE car. The blue and the dark blue looks good. But I was also happy to Pete and I debuting GPR's new paints.
I saw we noticed.
Yeah, we did
see
notice.
Peter's in your car. So awesome stuff. Good to see them out on track as well. And you just sort of unpacking that battle that you were having there. Is that what makes you smile? Are they the challenges that, you know, make you enjoy the racing even more?
No, I get shitty on myself that I make mistakes and I want to win, man.
Hey, look, and funny we talk about that we pick on 5A and 5B, Darren, and there's a couple of laps there I actually watched Rahan come off of there and actually pick up a little bit too much inside curve, have a bounce, and still manage to have the drive traction. So, like you say, it might be just a little bit of a discrepancy between spring rates or what it was there. But hey, look, nonetheless, another fantastic night. We are are at the halfway point through the season. It's the business end. Still a lot of time to have fun, but obviously the numbers start accumulating from here. And mate, you're doing a fantastic job out there at the moment. So long may it last. And before we let you go, is anyone, sponsors, family, anyone you want to have a quick shout out to while you are on air?
Just a big thank you to you guys for putting it all together again. And then we've picked up a few new sponsors for DPR. So just I think a bloody interview helper to figure out who the sponsors are. But Lamprey Transport came on board, and this season we've got a company called Staff. They're all really Australia-based companies, and then High Performance Media, which is a team of Ryan Jones, who does a fair amount of Logitech stuff. So it's really nice to kind of be able to. We really stagnated as DPR with our paints, and it's nice to bust out some new paints for 2026, some new drivers and some new sponsors. So just a big shout out to everybody, and then obviously Barry from Men on Racing Products here in New Zealand. He's been a supporter of mine for a long time.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Does a fantastic job.
Yeah, good stuff, mate. Well, once again, props on the efforts tonight. I think that was, you put on one hell of a show there for the viewers, and I'm sure everybody, including yourself, enjoyed that immensely. And, mate, looking forward to next week already. Well done, Darren.
Thanks, boys. Hopefully see you then. See ya.
Awesome.
Darren
So
Lobb,
there you go,
ladies and
Darren
gentlemen. And look, I think
we got Dion.
we got
Yeah,
Dion
we'll grab.
hovering
We got.
around
Have we
in
got time? Have we
that-
got
Oh,
time?
we have time. We have
All
plenty
right.
of time.
So we will grab Dion de Graaf racing out of the Simblacks stable. Dion, you got us on comms?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
Mate, you're a
excellent.
patient man. Thanks for waiting, and we do appreciate the fact that you've taken time out to come down and have a chat to us. And look, give us a bit of a rundown first and foremost, Dion. You were amongst the thick of it. Great pace tonight. Had a significant amount of battles. Just give us a rundown. I asked the boys before you about this pre-quali format, this top 30 drivers that are vowing to get in that session, and then quali, and then give us a bit of insight from there going towards the sprint and the feature as to what the night looked and felt like from your perspective.
Normally, I try and it's quite hard because you got to get a banker lap on a short track like this. You have to get a banker lap within that first couple of laps because the track's so short. You can't physically get a lap once you've buggered it up because the track's so short. It's just lap traffic after lap traffic. It's hard.
Track position's critical. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, mate, before I get into the server, I'm refreshing my screen. So I'm the first one into the lobby, so I get the first pit bay too.
It starts early is what you're saying.
Mate, you gotta be. I'm here at 6:59, mate, and I'm like refreshing to get in.
Okay. So give us the numbers, mate. So obviously that fight to get in the 30, I saw you at the better half of the field. So give us the numbers on where you ended up pre-quali and then into quali. Pretty late in the piece, Dion.
Yeah, I had a minute to go.
Yeah, and so going into that, where were you standing in the top 30 on the way in?
I think I was 4th.
Okay, so pretty similar. So you could say that the pace was relatively consistent tonight, and then numbers for anybody just tuning in as well. This is Dion de Graaf, just in an interview at the back end of the race. So the sprint race, where did that see you with a reverse 15 in that first race, and then obviously we'll touch on the second one.
So I finished. I come 3rd, which then gave me a reverse grid of 13th.
Yes, that's right. You grabbed lobby for that one, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. That'll be a fist pump moment, no doubt.
Yeah, 100%.
And then that saw you start where for race 2?
13th.
So not a bad starting position. Now talk to us about that opening. Now I thought this week was just significantly more discipline from everybody through those opening laps. Dion, it was nice to see. Obviously a fast flowing track helps, but talk to us about the progression from 13th on your way up.
I was honestly, I normally just send it. Like I do have some restraint, but mate, if there's a gap on that first lap, you just put it in it. Because as soon as the fast guys, say if someone had a bad run, they just take off from the field. So you just got to send it and get the gap and go for it.
Yeah. 4 minutes.
Yep. Speaking of push laps, I just want to touch base back on the sprint race too. Now, Dion, you did hold the fastest lap of that race, I believe, on a low 19. Is that correct? Do you recall seeing that number?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, and you did that, I think, at the time coming through. I think you were in 4th or 5th at that point of time. I think 4th position, and that was the hunt. That was the hunt down. You were chasing down Lob, Pepperell, and Rehan at that point. So they were obviously some big push laps in the middle of that one.
Yes, I was pushing hard. It's nice to put one on the on Darren. He's an absolutely amazing racer, and yeah, just to put one on him on that last lap was great.
Yep. And so back to the feature, Dion. You stopped on what lap?
8.
Lap 8. Okay, so there was a fair bit of movement around that point. I think there was a lot of guys around that lap 8, lap 9 point of time. So just talk to us about what inside of the decision to come in, and then what did it look like as far as traffic when you came out?
It was a bad decision to come in. I was getting held up, and I was like, "Oh, I might be able to make a jump," but realistically, it
I think
punished
Davo
me.
called it.
It punished me
Yeah.
more. Yeah, I should have just stayed out, but I seen other boys pitting, and I was like, "They're gonna get the undercut, and the undercut around here is huge." So I was like, "Oh, I'll jump on it," and it was the worst decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. All right, mate. Well, what we're going to have to do is we'll just ask if you want to shout out to any of your sponsors or family, because we're about to wrap the show up due to just trying to keep inside the time constraints we've got, mate. So anyone you want to shout out to, Dion?
I'd like to shout out to SimBlacks. That's Stefan for
legend.
sponsoring our team and in our team, which is absolutely amazing. My wife for letting me race every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday,
It's important.
and my parents.
Yeah, well done, mate. Hey, well, well done once again. Great performance, and I'm sure you'll remember that pass on Darren for a long time, mate. And hopefully many more come like that, mate. Well done. That is Dion de Graaf. Thank you, mate.
Catch you, boys.
Thanks, Dion. And thanks, Dion, for joining us there when I don't think we had Stone Street, actually. So we've always got one of these boys that wants to come and have a chat in the comms box, J-Man.
Yeah, we do. Yep, absolutely. All right, what a fantastic show.
Yep.
We appreciate all the support. I might let you wrap up some sponsors and close the show, but from the J-Man, thank you all for joining us today, tonight, this afternoon, this morning.
Whenever it is. Awesome. Thanks, J-Man. Awesome stuff. We are obviously going to thank all of the viewers that have joined us here from, obviously, Sky 83 and our YouTube streaming and stuff. But yes, thank you everybody for joining in and watching our broadcast. It was the round 6 of Supercar NZ's Allports V8 Supercar Summer Series, sponsored by GAMAFLARE and Allports. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. Look, if you're on YouTube, hit the like and subscribe, please, ladies and gentlemen. If you're on Sky, thank you very much for everyone joining us. We are going to sign out from there. Thank you very much. I'm Davo. We will see you next week.